Hello guys, welcome back with Wealthy Panda. Today I'm gonna go ahead and share with you my 2 years update for Fundrise. Then I wanna take a moment and share things I wish I actually learned about Fundrise before I actually started with them 2 years ago. Last but not least, I want to take a moment and discuss whether I still think it's a good idea to invest in Fundrise in today's market as we enter a bear market. But before I go ahead and jump in, I want to point out that we're having a giveaway coming soon to celebrate my birthday and our 2 years anniversary. So if you are interested, take a moment, go to our community tab and vote for the type of prize you like to win, because we want you to go ahead and select the prize that we're going to be giving away in this coming giveaway. Also, don't forget to go ahead and subscribe if you are not a subscriber to stay up to date with that giveaway, which will be announced very soon. Now let's dive in. I invested in Fundrise over the course of the last 2 years a total of $5,000 and a few fraction. My return of investment over the course of the last 2 years was around $1,069. And again, for simplification, I'm going to say I earned $1,000, I invested $5,000, so my return overall was around 20%. And on the surface, this sounds great. But we want to take a moment and ask ourselves, is this really a good return of investment? I joined Fundrise literally before they kick in their golden years. Now, the platform have been promising anything between 8 to 12% return. And overall, it seems that they have delivered. My average return of investment over the course of the last 2 years was around 10% each. But when I'm standing back here, I'm taking into consideration, wait a minute. I've been with Fundrise in literally the 2 years that were just crazy for real estate. People were making killing. I know people who invested in real estate and they were making anything between 50 to 100% return of investment. And my return of investment with Fundrise is only around 20% over the course of 2 years. Is it really that high? Now I'm going to be honest, my first impression, no, it's not really that exciting for me. Probably if I invested in stocks, and I know like the stock market is down, everything else is down, it sounds like a good return of investment. But we need to take into consideration I'm comparing Fundrise to investing in real estate. I have invested in other real estate crowdfunding platform and I made much better return. So my first impression, 20% over the course of 2 years, around 10% return in real estate was not worth it. Because we want to take into consideration these were the golden years. Moving forward, we're already seeing the real estate market about to slow down, which means we will not get this type of crazy return again. This is something I really wish I know about Fundrise before I actually jump in when I started. I invested with Fundrise because I want to go ahead and build passive income, not just build wealth. I want to say, you know what, I have this source of income, it's making me enough money, I can rely on it. My return of investment as a dividend, which coming from rent and loaning all of this real estate, I was making only around 2 to 3% return. It is honestly super poor. I can buy Coca-Cola stocks and get a better return. So my first impression, that was super disappointing. Until today, as a matter of fact, my last quarter, I got lower returns than the previous one. So overall, I'm not happy with my dividend. I'm actually disappointed. I wish I know this is the type of return I should be expecting. I probably would not invest it back then. So this is one of the stuff that I really feel they should be pointing it out. When Fundrise talk about potential return and how much people were able to make in the past, 8 to 12%, they never highlighted this is how much you can expect from dividend. So this was a disappointment. Here's another thing I wish everybody know before they go in and invest with Fundrise. When the pandemic started, Fundrise actually went out and froze everybody's asset. So if you put money in Fundrise, in order to protect themselves, they immediately froze everybody withdrawal. Now, they have this in the term of service and probably we should all go ahead and read it, right? But what I'm saying is, them have it as a backup plan and them taking it, it was a completely different thing. This was one of the things that actually disappointing as well. So here is the things. I'm giving them money to invest in real estate. There's no guarantee that my money will come back and I'm taking this huge risk for only around 10% return of investment. So I want to take a moment here and wonder, in 2022, is this still a good investment? Because let's take into consideration as we move forward, we're about to enter a bear market. The chances is I will not see the return I have seen with Fundrise again. And again, I don't see it was like a killer. I'm invested in real estate. I was hoping to get the real estate return and honestly, it just doesn't feel like it. Now, let's take a moment here and look at the market. I can literally go ahead and take the same money I have right now with Fundrise and go, for example, and buy inflation bonds. I get around the same return of investment. I don't have to freeze my asset and it's backed by the government. If I'm literally just looking at return, it makes much more sense to go in and buy the inflation bonds. So this is a few things I'm right now actually baffled about. Fundrise, I was really hoping to be this next big thing for me, and I'm going to continue to invest on it for the long term. And this is why I was starting like putting a small amount of money every month, just automatically go to Fundrise. I'm going to go ahead and freeze that, and I'm considering taking some of this money and just go put it in inflation bonds or somewhere else. Again, I don't expect the real estate to do well in 2022 and 2023 on the long term. It's a bear market. We have seen interest rates jumping up, and it will result eventually in slowing down the real estate market. So from what I'm understanding, the biggest strength Fundrise really had was in the appreciation, and that was in the golden year. Right now, for me, if I'm going to invest in real estate, people don't invest in real estate because they're just looking for the appreciation. You are looking for the dividend. It's a very core part for me. So from what I'm understanding, it's not really something that fit in my strategy on the long term. Now, I want to point out I'm not really attacking Fundrise. I still think they are a great platform. If I would compare them with other real estate crowdfunding platforms, they probably have one of the most balanced portfolio because they are invested in debt, they are invested in equity, they are invested in commercial, they are invested in multifamily housing, single family housing. So you probably will never find another competitor who provide you this much of diversification, probably with the exception of Reality Mogul. But for me, the return is just not there yet. I'm going to be honest, 2 years ago, this sounded great for me, but right now I'm looking at this like I'm expecting more, and I really hope to be able to get a better return from Fundrise. Now, this being said, again, I'm not shooting the platform out. I'm still probably going to keep at least some money with the platform, but I'm planning to withdraw at least a portion of it and go invest it somewhere else. This is the time where people build wealth. You want to take every penny you have and put it in the right location. Now, I'm not saying don't start if you have not started with Fundrise. As a matter of fact, I would recommend for you to get started. You can literally go use the referral link we have, which again, something I wish I learned about when I started, and you will get $50 sign up bonus even if you invested $10. That's 5 times whatever investment you put in, right? So just as an example, I'm not saying don't use a platform or don't invest in it. I'm just saying it's not something that you will be able to use in order to build passive income. And if you want to really retire, you want to stop whatever you are doing, you want that passive income return coming from somewhere for you to rely on. Fundrise for me going forward, I don't really see it as a passive income tool. I see it as a good way probably to get your feet into the real estate, but it's not the best way to invest in real estate. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to go ahead and subscribe, hit that like button, and turn on the notification button if you have not done so already. Thank you guys, and stay tuned with Wealthy Panda.